time allocated for this speech is up to 6 minutes. So the timer, please turn the light on, the green light at 4, amber at 5, and the red at 6. And Adam, if you haven't completed your speech, before the red light comes on, you must conclude your speech when you see the red light. The objective of the project is to speak before an audience. And the title of the speech is My Journey, My Beliefs. Adam Lugo, My Journey, My Beliefs.
So actually, when I started sitting down to do this, I actually thought it'd be really easy. I speak all day long for my job, and then I never really realized that I would just speak on a whim. I actually never sit down and make an organized speech and then come up and deliver it. And Adam did not make this easy on me at all after his awesome speech last week. So basically, I decided to talk about my belief system and the journey I've been through. I guess I'm probably the youngest, one of the youngest here. However, I've had a real roller coaster experience. In high school, I was bullied a lot. In university, I was very depressed. But however, now I'm actually on top of the world. I would generally say I'm one of the happiest people in any room. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and most welcome guests. I live my life basically now on 3 fundamental belief systems: karma, power of positivity, and being comfortable being uncomfortable. The funny thing is, my life has actually always been great. In high school, I was an honor student and I excelled in many sports. I even got to represent my country in the Junior Olympics, playing roller hockey at age 15. In university, I graduated with a Bachelor of Human Kinetics and Movement Science. I'm in business now, yeah, funny. However, I also ended up getting to the highest stage of roller hockey and played professional roller hockey for 5 years, and in the last 3 years I've actually been the captain of my team. However, I never really got a lot of joy out of life. I partied too much, I drank in excess, and I really only basically looked out for myself. I was basically an ass. So in my last year of university, I ended up basically in a really dark place. And in September of 2009, it was actually September 28th in 2009, I can remember the exact day, I decided I'm going to change my life, and I adopted the idea of karma. Not the whole religious aspect and all that, but do good things happen. You do bad things happen. And so I spent the next 8 months working this to a T. I always did stuff selflessly for other people. If they asked, I never asked for anything in return. And basically, those next 8 months were worse because I was still having bad luck. It's almost like karma was taunting me to repay back all my debts. However, something truly amazing happened in May of 2010. In 2 weeks, my entire life turned around from extremely depressive state to genuinely happy. I got my job at Investors Group. I got my first girlfriend in God knows how long. And I was actually becoming a very positive person. And before, I was always the fun sponge in the group and just sucked it all out of everybody. So after that happened, I became really obsessed with growing myself. And I started reading books, going to seminars, and watching TED Talks and YouTube videos. And I generally adopted 2 more very core belief systems that I hold dearly. The first is the power of positivity. Kind of simple, kind of goes along with karma, but there's 2 ways to look at every situation. If you're being the positive one in the group and being positive around the people you're with, you generally lift their spirits, they become happier, more positive, and it's generally a better environment to be in. Because we've all been around the person I used to be that was a fun sponge in the group, and the entire group kind of feels a little less, happy. Lastly, and this is something I really adopted as of late, is I believe in being comfortable being uncomfortable. So as you can see, I'm quite uncomfortable now, but I really find this is something that this is going to help me grow as a person. And whether it's having to ask for a prospect's phone number so I can call them for a meeting, or meeting a nice girl and having to ask for her phone number, or even having Jess come into my office and trying to convince me to come to something called ToastMasters. From now on, I've always kind of opened it up, and I almost back to Frank's speech of I dare you to. But when someone brings me into a situation that I think I'll be uncomfortable, I now generally jump right into the opportunity. Because I really believe being comfortable and uncomfortable, it's a funny notion really, because people kind of tie being uncomfortable with a negative connotation to it. However, learning to be comfortable with uncomfortableness can really help grow yourself, and 80 years from now, hopefully I'm still alive, I guess, but I want to be able to look back and see really what I can accomplish in life, and I really believe that is one of those fundamental things in my life, that other than being happy, I really want to see how much I can grow. So, taking on all these new experiences, sitting up here to speak, I hope next time I'll take on one of these leadership roles, but doing these things, again, I haven't been this palm sweaty talking from somebody in a very long time. So these kind of experiences have helped me grow to where I am now, and I continue to hopefully do this in the future. So, because we really only have one life, and in that lifetime I really hope to accomplish as much as I possibly can. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.